It's about 30 or 40 seconds after last year's Home and Garden Show ends that we begin planning this year's Home and Garden Show. It will be coming to Central Park this year. We usually used to have it at the Hyatt. Now it's at Central Park, which is a really cool location because I think parking is better. It's a little bit more of an open location, and I think it's going to be great. And it's going to be the third week of April 16th and 17th, and many participants and businesses here in the Santa Clarita Valley are going to be taking place. There are really cool things, cool information to get, cool things to get as well. One of them is talking about insurance. And I want to get a little bit more into the hows and whys. And of course, you'll be there at the Home and Garden Show as well. David Noma of David Noma Insurance. Good morning.
Good morning, George.
And I want to talk about this. So you're going to have a booth at the KHTS Home and Garden Show.
This will be our second year, and last year was absolutely fantastic. We had a great amount of people that came by and visited, and we got a lot of great responses, and it was just a real fun time.
And really importantly, a lot of people that probably have questions about, it's not just cost with insurance, it's what you're getting, the bang for your buck as it is, right?
One of my associates in my office, she's always talking about the relationship. And, insurance is almost becoming a commodity in some ways, especially with auto insurance. And what sets us apart and sets a lot of agencies apart is just the relationship you make with your clients. We call them members over at Nationwide, and it's important that they know what they're receiving for their dollars. I tell people all the time, I go, you're going to give me more money than you're going to give me your doctor, your chiropractor, your psychiatrist, your attorney, and your CPA combined in 1 year, unless there's something major that happens in your life. You're going to give your insurance agent more money. So it's smart to find out what you're spending your insurance on, and those dollars are important. So what we try to do is we set you aside and say, this is what the policy means, this is what the dollars are, and you could decide what level of coverage that you want. So it's really important for us to do that.
Exactly. And, that's since California had mandated mandatory insurance in the early 80s, it's become kind of like the pop-up insurance agency said, we'll get you this for this price, but they don't know necessarily. Yeah, and that's the thing.
Scary.
Yeah, it's a real cheap rate, but until you find out that the deductible is way something over what you can afford, or you're way overinsured for a 1992 Nissan or way underinsured for a 2016 Nissan. So those are the types of things that a good insurance agent should sit down and talk to you about.
I'm going to say something really quick. You were asking a moment ago that accident that was on Lyons.
Yeah.
My office is on Lyons.
Right.
It took me an extra 15 minutes to get here. I saw two cars totally crashed. I saw a huge electrical panel totally off the side, 4 or 5 cars all over the place, ambulance, paramedics. Trust me, if you have the minimum coverage, you're in a lot of trouble.
That's right. And no matter whether or not you are the victim or it is your fault, especially if you're at fault, but even if you're the victim, you don't always think about medical coverage and things like that, or uninsured motorists and things. So, all kinds of nuances. Getting back to the Home and Garden Show, first of all, you brought a shirt with you that looks like it has Dale Jr. and NASCAR on it.
This is the exciting thing that we're going to be doing this Saturday and Sunday over the GMC dealership on Creekside. We've got an association with them where we're going to have the opportunity to bring Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s NASCAR for 2 days. People can come by, look at it, take pictures with it. We're going to have gifts and giveaways. We actually have a simulator, and I always tell people you can pretend to be driving at Daytona. Well, the way they do it now is whatever race happens to go on, that's where the simulator sets up on. So we're going to be doing a simulator as if you were in Phoenix, because that's where they're going to be racing this weekend. And you can jump in the simulator for a few minutes and pretend like you're a NASCAR racer. We have a grand prize where we're going to give away one of Dale's helmets that's signed. So it's going to be a really neat community event. I've been trying to do this for almost 3-4 years because the car goes from city to city around the country. Nationwide and Dale have got a long-term relationship, and it's one of those that we had like with Peyton Manning,
right? And
how much he's done for the sport. Well, Dale's done the same, and we're fortunate to have his car. It's kind of tremendous when I mention this to people of all different. You would never think that some people would be in a NASCAR and some aren't. and you mentioned this, like, oh yeah, I want to go see that. That's gonna be great.
If nothing else, just to see what it's like, and whether or not you are a total participant and go to all the races or not, you still want to know what that's. I think so. That is this Saturday and Sunday at on Creekside at the GMC dealership. Right?
Yeah, and they're going to turn it on. You're going to feel all those horsepowers. That's going to be kind of cool.
And so, of course, if anybody needs to have questions and say they're driving by that traffic collision on Lyons and going, wow, I need to make sure I'm covered or what is going on, they can call you, right?
Sure, they can.
And what's the number?
661-254-1714.
And your office is located right there on Lyons, right where Round Table Pizza is.
Exactly, right off of Orchard.
Off of Orchard Village. Valley, and it's Valley on the other side, but right there on the corner, right behind the garden center. Real easy to find, I should say, because every time I go get pizza, I see it. Hello.
Okay.
So it's awesome. David, thank you so much, and we're looking forward to seeing you at the Home and Garden Show coming up April 16th and 17th. I should say the KHTS 7th Annual Home and Garden Show. And very exciting continued success in your in everything you do.
George, good seeing you again.
You bet.